Memories, Part 2. As I have said, I would often watch these romance movies in disbelief. I'd think to myself, yeah, and I'm the queen of my city. I didn't believe that love like that happened in real life. Because I was never one of those happy couples, and I didn't personally know any. I mean, most couples didn't really seem happy. Those fairy tales messed up my life. I began talking back to the television screen. When they had happy endings, I would say words like, "And I'm the Queen of Sheba." I became pretty cynical, although in the back of my mind I always hoped to still live happily ever after, like those characters in the movies. My ex and I decided to move in together, which was a big mistake. I consulted a girlfriend who advised me that I was a grown woman and could do whatever I wanted to do. I felt a little uncomfortable because I had never lived with anyone before, and the fact that we weren't married bothered my conscience. Weeks later, it became very difficult for me to maintain my sanity. His treatment of me changed drastically. There was no more dating, no cards, and no roses. All of these wonderful things stopped. The second mistake was that we never discussed who was going to do what chores before we moved in together. Well, I was working harder than I ever had in my life living with that man. I was washing clothes and cleaning for more than just me. And I believe the start of our breakup came when he would never ever help with the housework. Never. I got so mad that he wasn't doing anything, and we just stopped talking. He retreated into his private world, and I into mine. All the thoughts that constantly ran through my mind was that he wasn't the same man that wined and dined me prior to our living together. He was certainly Nan who told me to come to him first if I ever needed anything. And he really didn't seem to care about me at all anymore. A few months later, I told him that I wasn't happy. I asked him, what were we doing and where were we taking this relationship? I told him that if we weren't getting married, then being glorified roommates is not how I planned to continue to live with him. Weeks later, he started to look for a place to live. I felt a certain type of sadness, but I was miserable. In the meantime, some type of metamorphosis occurred inside of me. I fell deeper in love with the thought of having that man around. The same man who had no intentions of staying with me. His presence became familiar, and I did feel safe when he was around. I cherished the time we spent together and didn't want to lose our friendship. I don't know why my feelings changed, but I wanted him in my life always and couldn't help the way I felt. I tried to feel indifferent to him, but I wasn't successful. When he moved out and moved another female into his new place the same day, I felt abandoned, even though I knew it was the right and much-needed move to make for my sanity. He had obviously been in contact with her while we were together because she moved into his place in a lickety-split of a second. He said that he didn't have to compromise with me because there were too many women who would accept him as he was. Yep, I told him to go ahead and go. With anger and full of hurt, I told him that no other woman was going to treat him as well as I did. I did too much for him anyway, with absolutely nothing in return. So much for those fairy tales that I had hoped would come true for me. So much for thinking that he would stay in my life forever, especially after I confessed my love for him. Yes, I told him to go ahead and go, even though he threw me back into the jungle to fend for myself through all of the overgrown weeds. I didn't know what I was going to do. I just didn't know. I had no known direction. His memories still lingers in my mind from time to time. Silly me. Now that he is no longer with me, not that he ever was truly with me. It's okay, and I'm okay. When he left, there were no more arguments in my home, no more wondering what he was up to or who was he with. I got peace back in my home after he moved out. I may not have that companion that is perfect for me yet. I may not have everything that I want in life, but I can buy myself roses. I can buy my favorite perfume and smell it as often as I like. I don't have to be a doormat and allow any man to walk all over me and my feelings. No, the truth is, I still dream about being with my one true love one of these days. I don't know who. I don't know where we will meet, but I still expect the unexpected. And I keep hope alive.